So much, so much, yeah, so much. So tell me, can you feel it? So much, yeah, so much. Then make that visit. So much.
My name is Rashida Jangu. An MSc student in food quality management, and this is my second year. When I came to Wageningen, everything was so different, and I was shocked. I had surprises, especially coping as a student. I remember my first lecture. It was, I would say, it wasn't a very nice day for me. It was so terrible. It was advanced statistics, and I went for the class and I came back and I felt like, what is what is all this? I just asked myself, what is all this? Will I be able to succeed in this? Will I be able to make it? I was asking myself so many questions. I felt like I was so stupid, or maybe, yeah, it's me and I don't understand what the lecture the professor was saying. A, a lot of documents were given to us and we're supposed to know some things, and I was like, ooh, how will I ever make it through this? Yeah, but I have always been the type of person who like to complete whatever that I begin with. I nearly dropped the course because I had another option to do a course which I thought maybe would be okay for me, but I haven't ever done something and never finished with it. I always like to finish whatever that I begin. So I said, I would, I just said to myself, no, I have to finish this. So I sat in the course for the entire 6 weeks and I took the exam. And yeah, I made it.
My name is Isaias Elias and I came from Ethiopia. For the first time when I came to Wageningen, what I faced is special two remarkable things I will never forget. The first one is when I was biking, I marked places with some stuffs, and those places are quite similar when you are biking. So after 1 kilometer, you find the same thing, and I say, what? And everything's are equal or the same, and then places are the same, houses are the same, and people identify them by name and a number, but I have no such experience. That was very crazy. The second thing is I can't draw money by paper like electronic system, and it was very critical to me because I have no money. I didn't go to shop for 1 day, but friends helped me really. That was very important thing that I never forget. These are two very special events I never forget that I faced in the first time in Bach.
Yes, okay. Now we are starting. My name is Robert. I'm a student of animal breeding. I'm doing my MSc in animal breeding and genetics. Yeah, my experience, my first experience or my experience in Wageningen has not been that much exciting, but I have some few things that really shocked me or like excited me, and some of those things were like handing in assignments on the first day I landed in Wageningen. Then one other thing was one of the courses I took, I almost fainted. Yeah, that course was I think bioinformatics. It was a funny course that almost all the Africans ran away. And myself, I was trying to struggle, trying to convince myself that I can manage, but finally I just found out that I couldn't manage. Ran away and I found my way of my destiny somewhere else. Yeah, another thing was, I can say the snow was so much exciting because I always saw it on TV and read it in ancient books like the Bible, but seeing it physically was such an exciting thing. Yeah, And, one other thing, having spent 5 years in the Arab countries where people dress like I can't explain, but they cover themselves like nothing. Then landing here, almost people walk without clothes. It was another exciting thing. Yeah, but yeah, that's my experience. I don't have much.
First experience, really, it was the first week that we came, and then my friend and I went to a day to try and get some stuff to set up the new room that we had come to take. So buy computer, buy some few electronic gadgets to make us feel good as guys. So we were in Ede. I think we took a bus. We took a bus from Wageningen, and then we got to Ede. We stopped at the bus stop and we were waiting to cross. And then we just decided to sit at the bus stop for a while. And then we saw people riding bikes. Of course, it was new. We didn't know people in Holland ride a lot of bikes. So people will ride bikes, and where we are, it's a junction, So it's like a T junction. One goes to the right, one goes to the left, one goes to the right. So people that pass by the bus stop and are going to the right on a bike, we see them lift their hands like they are waving us. And I'll tell my friend, wow, that's great. I never thought people could do, wave at strangers like that. And then there's another bike that comes, and the person waves like that again. And then another one comes. We didn't know, we thought people were just waving at us. And then later on, I think the week after or something, when we were introduced to biking and all that, they told us that people, they have strict rules with biking and traffic regulation, and when you're going left or right, you have to show with your hand. And we were like, wow, so that was the one that people were doing the other time. We thought they were waving at us. We thought, new guys in town, people are crazy about us and they are waving at us. It was really funny, but it was a nice experience. I was like, wow, it's cool. People really take traffic, regulations serious, and we didn't know they bike a lot, and that everybody did the same sign because it was so strange. People were doing the same thing. We thought they were waving at us, and it was a nice experience. I knew it's a Dutch experience. I know a lot of people don't ride bikes in their countries, so that's my experience.
Hello, I'm Robin Kenya, and I've just finished my Masters in International Development Studies here at Wageningen. I originate from Holland, from Uganda, from Malawi, and a little bit of Swaziland as well. So for me, Wageningen was also an interesting place to be because what I noticed here is that it's a very open place, but it's also very small, and this very small can cause a lot of it means that nothing you do in Wageningen is secret. It means that everybody will know, and not just in a social from your social network, but also the people like your professors. They'll find you in the supermarket, the ones whom you haven't finished your assignments for, or they can even maybe find you in a bar. The professor was playing music in it, was actually performing. So the point is that this is really like an interesting place because it's like you have the social and the scientific control all around you, because either you have to lock yourself in a room, but if the moment you leave your door, you are bound to meet someone you know, and this person is going to remind you of something you said before, or something that you could or should have done, or either congratulate you or criticize you and say, look, I'm still waiting for this from you. So this is good because this social control in a small community like this really stimulates people to network with each other and to be more responsible and to be more accountable and to be more active. And this is something that why I like Wageningen a lot. I don't know if I had many surprises in that sense. Not that many, but just the fact that people are really, the professors here and the people are really open-minded, and this is something that you should use. And that would be my most important message when you come here. It is really what you make of it. And Wageningen has a lot of potential because there's all these kind of disciplines and activities and projects and programs and researches which are happening internationally. But it's very easy. You can start a project just from the supermarket or from the street or from the bus stop and these kind of things. And this implies or for you as a student to be proactive. And proactive means stepping outside of your curriculum, stepping outside of your program here and trying to do other things. And that is one thing that I've learned, that surprisingly it's possible to envision many of your dreams or the things that you like to be part of by simply starting them yourself and being proactive. And this proactivity is something that starts in the class as well, because I noticed a lot of students from different educational institutions have a different perception of education, whereby they wish to learn and then, can I say, absorb this knowledge. But here one has to be critical of all the knowledge that is given to you, and it's in this criticism that you make your stance of what you believe in, what you stand for, and what you can do about it. And this chance to be here, I would really urge everybody to experiment of trying to do things, whether it is a project, whether it is an activity, even if it's a fashion show, or I don't know, it doesn't matter really what it is, but to do something next to your study. Because when you do something like this, you might be surprised that you're securing yourself a job, or at least gaining the practical know-how on how to continue while and during your study. So I think that is my short message for everyone. I think open-mindedness, diversity is important as well. So my offer is step outside of your box. That's really important. Outside of your comfort zone, and you'll be surprised what you learn. Thank you.
So tell me, can you feel it? So much, love, then make that visit. So much.